Pickaxe.
Our patrons have already listened to this episode. Yes, every single member of our Patreon over at patreon.com/castparty now gets early access to Nocturne and Campaign 2 episodes. So you can listen 5 days early and get all of the secrets before anyone else. Head on over to patreon.com/castparty, start your free trial today, and take a look at all the exclusive bonus goodies that you can get, all while getting access to the newest episodes of Cast Party. Patreon.com/castparty. Enjoy the episode, cast and crew, and good luck. Welcome, cast and crew, back to Nocturne, A Curse of Strahd Tale. My name is Ryan McManus, and I will be your director for today. You can find me running the Cast Party socials at Cast Party D&D or on my personals at Ryan.McManus. And I am joined today by my lovely cast and crew, who just realized that they're not as safe as they thought they were. We have Vince.
Hi, I'm playing Theren, the Man of Hope, seeking retribution. You can find me at Cast Party and Dr. Stoice on whatever socials. Come on down, say hi, and let's see how we're doing, and maybe you can get a good deal. I don't know.
We have Christian.
Hi, I'm Christian. You can find me on my socials at Captain Carlson, Captain.Carlson on TikTok, CPT.Carlson on Instagram, and I'll be playing Tannis, a chain forged in blood.
We have May.
My name's May, and I'm playing Zielle, who is slaying in all meanings of the word, and I'm May LaFay on social media. I'm sorry, I just had to remember for a second. This is what happens. This is why we shouldn't take weeks off. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, we take breaks between our recordings, and we always come back with the most unhinged energy.
And for his first ever intro, we have Jose.
Hey everyone, my name's Jose. I'll be playing Alizzato. I need a cool quote.
Tagline right off the bat,
yeah,
right off the dome.
Improv it, you got it.
The best beard in Barovia.
Yes!
I like that he was trying to improv and May's like, this is your line, actually.
Another soul wandering in perpetuity.
Oh,
Hey.
spooky.
All right, it's recap poem time.
Yay.
Arriving at Vallaki, you registered your weapons at the gate. The guards let you through, but time was at stake. You all had to rush to attend the joyous parade, filled with incredibly forced smiles, candy, and music was played. Cute little floats from shops and also a monkey paraded through the streets, but the boys were a bit frumpy, refusing to smile or participate in the joy. While Zielle was thoroughly entertained, a hefty man approached with his voice. Cheer the fuck up, as he warned you all to smile, as a ruckus occurred with the floats, so the burgomaster got hostile. Isaac appeared with a demon arm and flames, singeing this laughing man, showing this town plays no games. The parade came to a close as you spoke more with this new figure. Alizzato was his name, played by Jose, who presented Zielle something familiar. Her gold hoop earring quickly earned the party's trust. Well, kinda, you know these goofballs, but Alizzato swiftly discussed the absolute harsh rules of Vallaki as you made way for the church. St. Andrew's awaited, and holy ground couldn't hurt, for after an experience with the devil, it was your one chance at solace, only to find that St. Andrew's bones had recently been stolen. You had made a promise to Father Lucian, and left Irina in a closet. You'd look into the bones in the morning, for Tannis had to pick up a deposit. Hoping to catch Meemaw within the next few days, you made your way to the Blue Water Inn for somewhere comforting to stay. Arriving at the door with the Blue Waterfall sign, 11 ravens flocked. But for now, it's time for wine.
All right, so let's get this straight. Blue Water Inn, control your drinking, don't drink more than me, or else you create a scene.
Right.
You have no problem here, but watch that one. Point to Tannis.
Are you a drinking man?
Oh my god. Sometimes have wine. Okay, who doesn't?
The drink is not good for the spirit, you know that, right?
Am I not the chosen? of the Morning Lord. Is that not true? Did we not just watch as I exited that cathedral that I was chosen? Can't say it's not good for the soul. Look, I won't drink more than you, okay? It'll be fine. I really actually have something I'm trying to do here, which is look for an old lady, which we all made fun of me for, but you won't be when I'm getting the money for my rent, okay? So let's just move this forward, shall we?
I don't, if you're the chosen one or something, I don't really care. I'm just sort of saying, like, don't drink more than me. It's not good for the soul. That's all I'm saying. And I walk into the Blue Water Inn.
I wonder how much he drinks.
Hopefully enough.
As you all march through the doors, you see damp cloaks hanging from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along the back wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All of the windows in the Blue Water Inn seem to be fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. A dozen, maybe more patrons fill this smaller tap room, happily mingling and drinking the night away. You see a dark-skinned woman tending the bar, speaking with 3 or so patrons at the counter, laughing as a similarly dark-skinned man walks out from the back, carrying plates of food for the individuals. Another pair of loud laughs emerge from 2 frat boy-looking drunkards off to one side, as a few patrons are huddled around a half-elf, colorfully dressed, regaling stories of heroes long past, as 2 small children scamper between people's legs, laughing and chasing one another.
If I walk in first, I'm gonna just not go straight to the bar. I guess I'll go to maybe if possible, my usual sitting spot, but I'll just sort of sit there and wait for them. But I've been waiting there for a while. So it's I'm just already comfortable. I'm in my spot looking at them, just kind of all right, as soon as they come in. And then I get up and I go, perfect.
You see, tucked off in a corner, a smaller table, 4 chairs huddled around, dark in the shadows, while still being faintly lit by these orange lanterns. It's almost like that dusk golden hour feel, tucked off in the corner. Light can't get to it too much, but enough to make it calm and comforting, while still being away from the hubbub.
About time you made it in.
Yeah. I'm going to take a cursory glance around with a trained eye, I think, looking to see if I can find anybody that matches just the vague description that I've been given of this old lady, potentially in the pie selling business, as I make my way over. Not trying to be too conspicuous, but I am trying to take a look and see if I can catch her offhand.
Sure, go ahead and give me perception.
All right.
It's a little packed in here.
That's an 8.
No elderly. Pretty easy to come across. But you do see behind the counter, the woman tending the drinks is angrily tapping one of the large 3 wine barrels that sit behind the counter. Almost like she's trying to get the last couple drops out, mumbling to herself. But no elderly woman. And no pies.
The most disappointing part.
Can I ask you a question? How much of your pie did you eat? I know you only had a couple bites. Would you have eaten it all by now?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Especially because it was a pretty good pie, right? I think we discussed that.
Maple walnut. Can't go wrong.
I went to town on that.
Oh, I can hold the table. Grab me a glass of wine, please.
You gonna drink wine?
Oh, wait. Are you drinking, or was that a trick and you're not going to drink it all, so we shouldn't drink it all?
Oh, no, I drink.
Okay, then yeah.
But not here.
Oh? Should I not?
You can drink here.
Is the wine bad?
It's all right, I guess. I've never really drank here myself, personally, but if you want to drink here, you can. I drink at home.
You've got better stuff at home.
No, I got the worst stuff at home.
I'll try the wine, I guess.
DM, did you say there was an elven man reading stories in the corner?
Yes, there is a half-elf man, almost in jester costumes, but more adventure-y type, I guess you could say. Very colorful, very out of the ordinary. He has a couple people around him as he seems to be finishing up a tale. Seems probably around mid to late 20s, blonde hair peeking out in curtains that frame his face on either side that go about to his chin. He wears a big fluffy hat with a feather pointed out. Very boisterous, clean-shaven. Attention is on him when he is speaking. Having frequented the Blue Water Inn from time to time, you know this man has been here about a month, and he goes by Rictavio.
From what we can hear, anything that like we haven't heard before, is it just a fairy tale or something, or is he actually like saying anything important, I guess?
Right now, you hear him finishing up a story about himself, almost in a braggy way while still trying to come across as, this is actually true, this happened to me. You see some of the patrons are puzzled. One eyebrow goes up on a couple as they look at one another, trying to decipher if this man is telling the truth or if he's just here to entertain.
I'm going to go straight to the bar, and I'm going to get some wine. I guess I'll get 2 glasses then. Grab one for Zielle and one for myself, but I am also going to walk up and approach this, the woman behind the counter who's sort of like tapping on that barrel. 2 glasses of wine, please. You have trouble with the barrel, or is that,
Oh, sweet pea, if only that was the only troubles here.
that bad?
You see a woman as she turns her back from the barrels. She is tall, hair pulled up into braids in a long ponytail with a couple braids framing her face. She wears a choker and a very fanciful dress, but you can see over top it is a dark purple apron. You can see a similar dark purple jewel on her choker, as well as some of her braids have that similar dark purple streaks throughout. Just the 2 glasses.
Yes, if you don't mind. That would be a great place to start.
Well, this barrel's all tapped up, so let's see if I can get something else going. She goes over to the other, bangs on it 3 or 4 times. She pulls the nozzle down as the wine continues to flow. I'm sorry, all I have left is the good stuff.
Tragic.
I didn't think you'd complain.
Not tonight.
She grabs the 2 glasses, sits them down on the table.
How much for these 2 glasses?
1 silver per glass.
I'll slam down a gold on the table, and I take the 2 cups from Tannis, and I drink both of them.
Oh, no.
I've never had the wine here. Sorry. Not poison. It looks pretty good. Just give me 2 more of the good stuff, whatever you can. Will you, Danica? Thank you. And then my attention peers to the other person.
Allie, with all the times you come in here, you never tried my wine. Sad.
Right, I know, but this time is different. There's people here with me and, when in company.
I see. The new folk. People are taking eyes to you.
Yeah, but let's not, come on, Danica. For old time's sake, let's not make sure to draw any attention to them or me or anybody or...
Says the man who just slammed 2 glasses of wine on my bar.
I didn't slam them. I paid for them.
Slam them into your stomach.
Sorry.
Now, I'll keep the gold if you would like a room incorporated with these 4 glasses.
Oh, I look at Tannis. Is this, you want a room? You want a room here?
I think a room would be great. Please. And thank you, Danica.
How much is a room, Danica?
That's 1 gold per. Only 1 bed, though. So, if you want 4, I can do 3. 3 gold, that is.
You want 1 bed, Tannis, or do you want 2?
I think we'll probably need 3.
You need 3? Seems excessive, doesn't it?
Why would that be excessive? How many do you think that we need?
Wait, I don't know.
What are you saying? What do you think?
I don't know, I asked you.
No, I get that. We're having a conversation, Alizzato. We're having a conversation. What do you think? 2?
No, you should probably get 3. There's 3 of you. I mean, that's a little silly. Let's take 3, Danica, and I put 3
That's
gold
true.
down.
That makes sense, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm having a conversation with a rock.
Upstairs, off the balcony. 3 rooms will be waiting for you.
I appreciate that.
If you need more drinks, let me know.
I would love to, please. Somehow I didn't get to finish mine.
She turns back around. This is the Red Dragon Crush. This is good stuff.
Is it?
Pours 2 glasses, turns around, hands it over. Don't know how much we'll have left, though. Make it last. Shipment hasn't come in.
Is it supposed to have come in?
Some week ago. Don't tell Erwin.
Well, my lips are sealed, but, any guesses why it hasn't come in?
I wish I could tell you. If you want to take a look at the vineyard, please feel free, but Erwin doesn't speak to family anymore. They live out there, grow the grapes, make the wine, deliver it here. Haven't had some in quite some time.
If I make my way out there, I'll let you know what I find. But thank you for the wine. I appreciate you sparing the good stuff.
Room's on me, honey, if you come back with that wine.
Guess I better come back with that wine then. And I will take my 2 glasses back to the table and hand one to Zielle. It's, Red Dragon Crush. It's the good stuff, is what I'm told.
It tastes like piss!
Alizzato is... Okay. All right, sorry. Alizzato chugged the first two that I was getting.
Oh, so we can have 2 glasses.
Evidently, that's our starting point. Yes, we can at least have 2 glasses.
Okay, well, cheers then.
Although she did also say that there's not a ton of wine. I guess they're not getting their shipments in. Something's going wrong with the vineyards. Cheers.
I guess we better drink up then, because it sounds like we have a lot to do.
And there's no old lady in here.
I wasn't including that.
Theren will go over and whisper into Alizzato's ear. This is just one. Wait for the second. Everything goes downhill. Her, I don't know. Him, yes.
Oh, he's a heavy drinker. He has a problem with the drink. Is that what you're telling me? Do you want me to escort him out of these premises? Because I can do that, no problem.
Just keep your eyes peeled, please.
Theren, as you're saying that, whispering to me, as I'm saying that to you, you turn around and I'm just holding a massive ale, empty already of no sort of ale whatsoever inside. And I go, don't worry, I'll keep my eye on him. Don't you worry about that. Oh, this is empty. Danica, another one, please. Do you drink, Theren?
No.
A little bit of water.
I'm very hydrated, thank you.
Not hydrated enough. You need more color on the cheeks. Danica, get me another one of them fancy dragon wine things that you gave to that one.
Red Dragon Crush?
Yeah, and then get Theren here, get him a water and then get him a wine as well. And then, you can figure out how you want to drink it. You can drink it both at the same time. You'll stay hydrated either way. Regardless, we have to keep an eye on Zielle. No, the other one. As Theren is standing there, I'll sort of stand next to him, and then I'll put my arm around your shoulder, and I'll point at Rictavio, and I'll say, what do you make of that bloke right there?
As he is doing this, from the sword, purple mist comes out, forms into a little finger, and from behind him, I will mage hand tap him on his other shoulder to try to get his attention.
My passive perception is 16.
With the alcohol?
But how intoxicated.
I was going to say, I'm leaving this one up to you, Jose, given your not intoxicated state, but given the situation.
You'll know when I'm intoxicated. I am not intoxicated yet, but I'll say that you tap, I look to it. Do I see I'm assuming, mage hand, so it's invisible. I don't see it.
Well, it's purple mist, I believe, right?
We've been flavoring it as, it's transparent, but you can still see it kind of float and fizzle through the air.
Okay, even cooler. Okay, so then I'll turn to it and I'll go, that's a good trick. I like that. Can you make it do other things?
You'll see the slightest smile, like the smirk. One side of his lips just goes up a little bit, like a little, yeah.
Yeah, can you take this blade and go stab that man for me over there?
Does it include money?
No, I don't know. It's just for fun. You can do fancy things with this man. You made sure to showcase it to me. I just want to see the parameters that we're working with. Keeping a sharp mind. And then the drink comes and I just thank you, Danica.
Of course.
Do we need to keep an eye on you as well?
No. And then I kind of lean in a little bit closer and I'm like, I'm just keeping an eye out. That's all I'm doing. But thank you for the concern. It's good to drink here at the Blue Water Inn. Danica's good people. Erwin is good people. Everyone here is people.
When is the next one of these things? I don't expect to be here long enough to go through another one of those godforsaken fucking events.
I'm drinking my drink and I just shoot it out, mess everywhere. Oh, all hands on deck. 3 days. 3 days from now. A big one.
Even more reason to avoid it.
If you can.
I think we will.
Are you sure you don't drink? 'Cause your energy right now, man, is good. I like it. It's good. Danica, get him ale. Get him whatever the fuck he wants. But make it cheap because I don't have that much money.
He still has the one drink in front of him, Sweet Pea.
Perfect. Actually, I'll take that one. And then I just start drinking it while I'm still looking at Rictavio from the distance.
While he's looking at Rictavio, I would like to have Mage Hand go and pour another wine for him and bring it back and tap him on the shoulder as he's looking at Rictavio.
Danica is minding the other patrons at the bar. You pour that glass of wine as it slides across the table directly in front of Alizzato. As Alizzato, you hear Rictavio in the background. I'm 1/16th dragon. I swear it on my mother's side. as you turn around to a tap on your shoulder and see a fresh glass of wine to your right.
Oh, perfect. And I waddle my way to Rictavio. I call bullshit on that, sir.
My great-great-grandmother was the high priestess of the Chromatic Dragon Nation. You're going to say I'm wrong.
You're what?
You know, she still sends me birthday money every year. Proof!
Hey, Tannis, this man is some chromatic dragon shit. Isn't that crazy?
Hard to believe, I know.
Tannis has been trying to focus, drinking this glass of wine, but also there's a small part of his brain that has been occupied with a rage at somebody telling a story so poorly.
Oh.
So as soon as you say that, I think Tannis looks over. The glower that was already present is just deeper set. He said he was what?
I turn around to Rictavio and I go, he has a bit of a drinking problem. Go easy on him. So just don't also make too much eye contact. Only look at his hands, okay? He says he has some chromatic dragon lineage of some fucking sorts, yet he spends his time at the Blue Water Inn telling stories. Are they even good stories, Rictavio? Are they even good stories?
They're always good stories. Where else am I supposed to go? I can't leave and go tell my stories elsewhere.
But have you experienced them, Rictavio?
How do you think I made it here? I was out exploring. I climbed a mountainside to explore my mind for a year and a half. You know what it came with? The idea of falafel. You're welcome.
Tannis, in this moment when you've said, watch out, he's got a drinking problem, not hearing you say that is finishing the glass of wine, and it just furthers the image. Slam it down.
Wait. I'm grabbing Tannis's arm. Zielle has just been sitting there this whole time. She pulled out a little notebook from her bag, and she's just been making, like, a to-do list of things for them to do in Vallaki, because there's a lot. We'll get to that later. Wait. He said he's a dragon?
He's not really a dragon. He's a liar.
Well, only part dragon.
He's a liar.
No. She's gonna hold up the notebook to Tannis, and it says, find out about a dragon is the last thing on the list to do.
He's not a dragon. Look at him. Little blonde hair. You ever seen a dragon? What did you say your name was?
Have you seen a dragon?
The great Rictavio.
The Great. Did you stick that on yourself?
You must not be one hell of a storyteller, because I don't know your name. The people here know me. You come into my tavern expecting people to know your name?
I yank my arm away from Zielle, stride straight up to this guy, just like grab him by whatever like sort of shirt coat that he's wearing and like yank him up really close, too close to my face, right? Enough that he can smell that I've been drinking the wine, and I'm like, if you ever tell me that I'm not a good storyteller again, I will wipe the floor with your blood, you liar. You understand me?
Ooh, that's some emotion. Would you like a kiss?
That would be very nice.
Don't change the subject. Don't confuse me.
God.
Listen, if you'll unhand me, I must be going anyway, so ta-ta.
Dragonborn business, I'm sure. Chromatic dragonborn politics call, right? The high throne of, what was it, your grandmother who sends you birthday money?
Great-great-grandmother, 1/16th dragon.
Got you. Sorry. Didn't mean to misrepresent the story.
But you remembered the key points. That's what makes a good storyteller.
He's got a point.
Ricky, if you find yourself in a dark alleyway, pray that I'm not there, because I will leave you bleeding on the floor. Because dragons bleed, do they not?
Oh, yes, I'm actually going to a dark alley right now. I'm going to be grabbing the food and leaving out the back door.
Okay, great.
Do with that as you will.
Rictavio.
What?
Come here. I just pull him up and I go,
Kill him.
Don't mind him.
I'm gonna kill him.
He's just, like I said, he's got a bit of the problem with the drink.
He leans his head into you, Alizzato, and starts stroking your beard as you're talking to him. It is a mess, isn't it?
It's all just a dance. Come on, just dance a little. It's quite all right. Look, I actually did want to talk to you for a second if you got a moment.
Of course, what's up?
Okay, come on over. Tannis, go get your drinking in control.
I am getting more wine, but my drinking is in control.
As you see me in one hand holding 2 cups of ale that are just completely empty, they're just clinking amongst each other. Turn around to Rictavio and I go, listen, I don't know why he called you Ricky. It seems a little weird. As one would know, the great Rictavio what tales do you hear as of late? What are some whispers that you hear? Any stories that might pique my interest, perhaps? Also, this whole notion of dragons. What are you rambling on about that? You telling kids a story, or are you actually telling us something?
Listen, it's just for entertainment. You know, people here need a smile sometimes, okay?
That's good. Okay.
Now, for once, you, Alizzato, are ahead of me on my stories. Only ramblings that have come through are of these individuals. So, why don't you delight me with them?
Oh, it would be my pleasure, Rictavio. The 4 individuals. No, I'm the 4th. I'm not part of that. I'm like, there's 3. The 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 of them are not here. You didn't see them.
Oh.
You don't know of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who I came into the Blue Water Inn with was my business and my business alone. Okay?
Noted.
Thank you very much, Rictavio.
He completely flips back on his persona. Well, I must be going now. Danica? As he walks over to the bar, and Alizzato and Tannis. Tannis, you went over for another glass of wine.
I did.
And Alizzato, you are closest to Rictavio. Would you roll me perception?
That's a 10.
That is a store-bought 20.
Ooh, nat 20 or dirty 20?
He bought
Not
it.
natural.
He didn't make it himself.
Not organic.
Okay, I'm following.
Not
I'm
organic.
following. Regardless, Tannis, as Danica turns back to you and hands you this glass of wine, you then see her attention go to Rictavio, who came up to the side portion of the bar, where you are at the front-facing portion of the bar. She goes and she knocks on the door that you can assume leads to the kitchen, where you saw the dark-skinned man walk back to after presenting food. You see this man comes back out, looks at Rictavio, swings back into the kitchen, and comes out with a small plate. You can see it has a completely raw steak on it. Hands it to the man, as he, like he told you he was going to do, slips out one of the back doors and is gone from the Blue Water Inn.
So I walk back over to the table. Theren, are you still at the bar, or have you gone back to the table by this point?
By this point, I've walked back to the table and sat next to Zielle, grabbed another chair to put Baron on. I am sitting back in the chair with my feet up on the table.
Classic. I don't know if I saw Rictavio get the steak, because I was probably obviously trying to not look at him once he got up and was like, I'm leaving. But as soon as I hear/see him go out the door, I like to grab my notebook and throw it in my bag. If Theren's already there, I'll say, I'll be right back. And then I'll run out the front door, but like try to kind of like run around to the back to follow Rictavio. She's trying to be subtle. She is a paladin in armor, and she's not known for her subtlety, but she thinks she's trying to be kind of casual and sneaky.
As she's running away, have fun. I'll take care of these 2.
Thank you.
I'm hearing Theren say that as I'm getting to the table, and I just look and see the clanking armor, like, cause I just okay.
You see a flash of blonde hair and red cape.
Fine. I'll just drink them both. Why not, right?
Zielle, we're going to stay in the bar for just one more moment. In the meantime, I would like stealth with disadvantage.
Okay.
As we will move back to the bar, Alizzato just finished a conversation with Rictavio. Tannis was at the bar greeting wine. Theren back at the table. Are you all going to reconvene at the table? What's up now?
I came back to the table with the intention that we were going to have a group conversation, so I'm just watching as Zielle clanks away, thinking to myself, I hope she's not trying to sneak anywhere, because if she was, there are 2 people that are far sneakier right here, but whatever. I set the glasses down. I start drinking into one.
Should I tell you what I rolled?
Is it really good, actually?
You know what? Sure, because you're kind of sneaking out of the tavern as well, so let's hear it.
I rolled a 16 and a 17, so 16.
Whoa,
wait a minute.
Yes,
Hang
queen.
on.
That's actually impressive.
I know, thank you.
I'm going to set the wines down in front of my seat clock that you've gotten another seat for Baron. I'm used to that by now, so I just kind of quickly shake it off and I turn back. Look, I was going to tell Zielle as well, but I might as well tell you. Where is Alizzato? Is he rambling somewhere? That's not the point. I don't know what's going on with whoever the blonde-haired guy was, Ricky. Obviously, we don't get along. He just grabbed a raw steak from the back of the kitchen and took it somewhere.
What's wrong with that?
Who's taking a raw steak, Theren?
What bad could he be doing with a steak? Maybe he's going to feed a dog outside. Maybe he's bringing it to his family. He might just cook it there. I don't know. He'll let the man do what he wants with a raw steak.
Theren, for somebody who I thought was on board with being suspicious, you are being oddly normal about this. I don't think it's chill. I don't think this is... do you really think this is normal? You think this is fine?
Do you think anything here is fine and normal? No.
I agree with you, and I don't want to be here. So I'm trying to figure out what the clues are that we can follow so that we don't have to be here and pretend to smile. Because if there's one thing that I hate, it's a bunch of people pretending they're having a good time.
Good for you. We don't have to do that all the time. The next one is happening in 3 days. We won't be here for it.
Exactly, which is why I'm trying to bring up what I think are clues. This could be a clue.
He could. Others here could. I can keep my eyes out here. And while I watch over the two of you, she will go talk to him. If you didn't hear the clanking out the door.
You know, oddly, actually, I didn't hear it that much. The only reason I noticed is because you had said something, but it was sort of... I don't think if you'd said something... I think I may not have noticed if you hadn't said anything, which is kind of remarkable if you think about it.
I've got everything covered. Just enjoy your time.
Yeah, one-man show, right, Theren? I'm gonna sit back and start drinking my wine. Sorry about my drinking problem, by the way. Hope it hasn't gotten in the way of your mission. I look around for Alizzato to see where he has gotten off to since...
I'm on the space where Octavio was entertaining. Would you say there was kids listening to a story?
There were 2 children that were scampering around. You would know these 2 individuals to be Brom and Bray, who are Danica and Erwin's 2 kids.
Got it.
Rictavio also was either entertaining just the air around him, but there were a couple patrons listening in, as well as the children who would look on, laugh a little, and then continue chasing each other around the tavern.
Then I'll say that I am sitting on the ground with the 2 kids. I'm just crying. And the thing is, I don't really know where. I'm sorry. You're a kid.
Alizzato.
Hold up.
I don't want to grow up.
Oh my gods.
You will grow up one day. Or maybe you won't. That's the thing.
Alizzato, stop traumatizing the children. Stop. Come over. We need to talk.
I'm not traumatizing them. I'm telling them the truth. Danica can vouch for me. Danica.
I turn to Danica as if, like, just the eyes pleading for help.
Danica hangs her head as she pours yet another wine, but for another patron at the bar.
Oh, thank God.
Is this why you don't drink here, Ollie?
100% why I don't drink here, because it's ridiculous. This ale's too good. And the wine tastes like spring, and everything reminds me of the earth, and it's just so wonderful here.
Alizzato, come over.
I look at the kids, and I bring them in close. Don't grow up.
Erwin will be happy to know about the wine. My kids will not be happy to know about death, please, Ollie. Thank you.
They need it.
Alizzato, come over here. Please.
I make my way over, and I go, you need to figure out this energy, man.
Okay, all right,
You're so tense. And I look at Theren here, and Theren is just, it's all pot. You know why? Because he doesn't drink. Yet, you've had 3 glasses, 4, maybe 5.
You're just making up numbers at this point.
You want me to keep going? 7?
No, I don't. Alizzato, we're not talking about my drinking problem, all right, which we can all talk about once we're all out of here.
I have a drinking problem.
Okay.
And I'm projecting onto you.
No, hey, no, it's a...
Danica, waters, please.
Be right there.
No, I get it. But more to the point. I'm sorry. More to the point. The dragon guy.
Rictavio.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
You called him Ricky.
Yeah, I did. I don't like him. And for good reason. He was mean to me. I admit that I was mean first, so fair. But that's not the point. The point is that I saw him taking, and I'm like glancing around and sort of like lowering my tone. I saw him taking a plate of raw steak out the back door. Is there a reason he would be doing that? Theren seems to think there's a dog nearby that might need some feeding.
Well, 1, I don't want to judge Rictavio's diet. That seems incredibly disrespectful. 2, it is raw steak. So you have something there.
3, we have eyes on him.
We think we have eyes on him.
Where's the other one?
With that, Zielle, tell me how you are walking the streets of Vallaki as Rictavio heads eastward. He peers out from the back of the alley, meanders towards the front street where the sign was, where you guys entered the Blue Water Inn, He seems to be almost making his way back into the crowds, though a lot more dwindled than they were previous when the parade was going on, as he continues towards the gate where you guys entered Vallaki to begin with.
I'm imagining Tannis sneaking around at night, I think, like doing his mercenary jobs. So I'm like, essentially what Zielle would have like read in a book or something. She has no real life experience in sneaking. Yeah, so I'm like kind of keeping to the edges where there's like maybe more shadows, and I'm like pretending to like kind of window shop. Like I'll stop and like look in a window if there's something to see and try and keep a little distance, but close enough that I can follow him.
As you continue your way eastward, you see Rictavio walking along the sidewalk as he seems to be making his way towards the gate that you entered, but quickly takes a sharp right into a large fenced-in area. There's a wooden picket fence that surrounds almost an enormous junkyard, a scrapyard, almost a storage unit of sorts. You see a sign painted with Arasek Stockyard. You can see large sheds that are both locked, some open. There are stables here. This is a place where people can store things if that's what they so please. Whether it's valuables, horses, livestock, anything that they may need can be found at the Arasek Stockyard. Now, are you following Rictavio in? As you approach, it does seem pretty wide open. There's a small booth that you can assume some worker would be at, though the rest is just wide open. If someone has something here, they either have a key to get it, but it seems to be open to the public.
I'll follow him, still trying to keep a distance, but an eye on him. Even if I lose sight of him, but I'd rather keep my distance. If I happen to make eye contact with the attendant, I'll be like, just picking something up for a friend, and like just keep walking like I know where I'm going.
The man in the booth, just like every night shift worker, has a magazine open, a newspaper of sorts, feet kicked up, as he just gives you a nod, flicks his paper once more to read it. As you see Rictavio lurking towards the south end of the stockyard, tucked behind some bushes, you could see in the corner some figure made of wood, large cart, sticking out, trying to be hidden in some sort. Like you can see that recently it was makeshift barriered, tucked in the back corner. There are ripped off tree branches with leaves that are just piled high behind some bushes that haven't been trimmed in God knows how long, rocks, other rubble, but you can see the two spokes where a horse would be attached, peeking out from behind the bushes. I would just like to know how close you're getting. Rictavio has not noticed you.
My intention would be to get close enough to see what is happening, unless that seems like really, really obvious, then just as close as I can. Zielle is ready to like jump into like, oh, I found you, like if he turns around, so she's trying to be more casual than like sneaky, you know, like don't notice me, I'm just a customer here.
As Rictavio reaches this barricade, quote unquote, he squeezes behind the fence in between the bushes, getting to what you can assume to be his cart. And as you are maybe 20 feet away, you don't see anything given the coverage of the leaves, the bushes, the fence, but you do hear something. As you can hear a large lunge, scraping metal, cracking wood, and the snarl of something absolutely inhuman. As we move back to the tavern.
Look, Alizzato, I'm not saying that there's no way he's a dragon. What I am saying is it's unlikely, and if he's boasting about it at a tavern, there's no way that's true. Right? There's no way it's true.
This world holds magic unlike any you've ever seen. If Rictavio says he is a dragon,
Then a dragon he shall be.
I never thought I'd live to see the day. I knew it when I got close to him. I could feel it, and I didn't want to believe it, but maybe you're right. Maybe he is a dragon.
Nobody here's a dragon. It's all made up.
I look around the bar and realize that it's been a minute, I think, since Zielle left, right? Or at least it's been long enough that it would be clear that it wasn't just a jaunt outside to see something and then coming back inside.
She's been gone for quite some time.
Sorry to put a cap on a good conversation, but where is Zielle? She should be back by now, right? I mean, she was just going to check out a friend, which shouldn't have taken too long, especially if she was. And I shoot a glance over to Theren, just feeding a dog.
Listen, you really want to go take a chance. You want to go look. You want to go find her. We can go. If you feel up to it, if you can stand on both feet. Both of you. If not, take a nap.
No, you know what, Theren? Actually, thank you for pointing that out. That's a great statement. How about you stay here and keep an eye on things like you've been doing all night? Such a good job. I'm going to go figure out what happened to Zielle, right?
I'm already out the door.
Where did he... Ah!
Oh, gods.
Alizzato! And I just sort of like stumble out the door after Alizzato.
Begrudgingly stand up, slowly grab my sword, throw it over my shoulder, and sadly walk out the door behind them.
As you all three stumble out the door, having no clue where Zielle ran off to, I would like survival checks with disadvantage from all three.
I did want to cast a spell when I exited the doors.
Oh, okay, yes, please.
The minute I step outside, I'm going to wait for Theren and Tannis to come out. And then as soon as they come out, I'm going to reach into the back of my upper armor part and take out a feather that then I'm going to crush, and I'm going to cast Locate Object onto Zielle's earring.
Oh, shit.
I can't believe you've done this.
As that feather gets crumpled, almost like it was a leaf on a fall day, you can hear it crush between your hands as you sprinkle it into the wind, as they get caught in a gust and head eastward. You can feel the presence coming from the East Gate, also known as the Morning Gate.
As you cast that spell, just my eyes widen. Whoa. Is that a tracking spell?
It's a tracking spell on good Zielle's earring.
You're good. You're good.
After he says that, I'm going to walk by, and Mage Hand will just kind of slap him on the back. You'll have to teach me that sometime.
Don't teach him that, all right? He'll be insufferable.
As you guys make your way east towards the center of town, where the parade was held and the stocks reside, we will move back to Zielle, listening to the sounds of a deep, guttural, animalistic growl and the ripping of raw meat as this cart shakes violently as you see Rictavio pop back out from behind the bushes, straightens up his coat, and begins to walk your way.
Oh no! I found you. I've caught up to you finally.
Why were you following me? And how didn't I know?
Oh, I don't know. A woman's grace, I guess. I was just we just got into town, and I noticed that you have a particularly stylish attire here, and I haven't seen anyone else wearing any color here. So I just had to ask you where this came from.
Let's do deception check, just for funsies.
You know what? I'm supposed to be so good at this, but let's see. 21, baby! Let's go!
Let's go!
Yo!
Well, if that isn't the nicest compliment I've had all night, and I had a man try to kiss me. Well, there's a couple different stores around here if you were looking for dashing attire. Mm-hmm. Some pieces here, some pieces there. Most pieces I brought with me, but the accessories.
Oh.
Every good outfit is accessories.
You're so right.
There's a leatherworker, if you would like. Thimdall's Armaments.
Thimdall's, okay, got it.
General stores. Bits and bobs you can't even think of. That's the Dusklight Supply Shop.
Okay.
Now, if you're looking for something a little more unique, fitted, extravagant, the Beast's Rose is the tailor shop that you need to attend.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Jilly and Lottie, incredible seamstresses.
I don't know if you saw the rest of my party, but we are lacking in the color department, so I was thinking we might pick up some new wardrobe while we're here.
Never hurts. Do you have something? Oh, sorry, let me... I'm not entertaining. Do you have something that you're here to grab? Can I escort you? It's dark.
Oh, yeah, I could totally ask you some questions. I don't want to stop you from wherever you're going. I just followed you for your outfit, and... Okay, I may have overheard the part about you being part dragon at the inn.
Listen, an entertainer has to entertain. It's the only thing I find joy in this land. Since I'm stuck here, I might as well have some fun with it, right? I'm not part dragon, but what does it hurt telling the kids? Will you walk with me?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just headed back to the tavern. Gonna call it a night.
There was a float that had a man with a monkey. Theren had never seen a monkey before, so that was so funny. But I was just wondering where we might find them, because I'd love to meet a monkey. I've never met one before.
When you bring up the monkey, Zielle, his demeanor sinks. He seems sad.
Oh?
The monkey.
Yes.
Ever since I came here, I stay at the Blue Water Inn. Don't have money for a house yet or anything. Erwin wouldn't let Piccolo stay with me. He's with a toy maker now. You can find him at his house.
He's yours.
Was, I guess.
Well, surely you can have him back once you move on to your next place, right?
If I can move on. They seem to have bonded quite well. Did you see the tutu? Of all things, my Piccolo.
I think he deserved a top hat, honestly.
Would have looked dashing.
Well, maybe we could go visit Piccolo tomorrow or another day if you would show us where Blitzky's might be.
I can do that. I'd stay in the Blue Water Inn, so I'm sure we'll get acquainted.
Us too, I guess. Headed to the same place.
I'm headed back there if you wouldn't mind walking with me.
Of course. Love to make friends.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm Zielle.
Zielle. Rictavio.
Oh, I know.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure I'll meet the rest of your party later, and maybe the other one and I can be on good terms.
It takes a lot to get there. He's got a good heart, but you really gotta build up the trust, you know?
Oh, I know the type. I've seen plenty of them along the way. As the rest of you see Zielle and Rictavio leaving the RSX stockyard, just emerging from the open entrance, entering back onto the city streets once more, as they turn left and are now facing you, some 50 feet away, laughing to each other and chatting.
There she is.
And there's your man born of fire, made of scales. Why don't you go check out his wings, bud?
No, you're not talking to me, Theren.
Guys?
Hello?
Rictavio.
We were just headed back to the inn.
Yes, good night's rest.
Where's your steak?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Where is the steak?
That's rude. You can't just ask a man where his steak is.
He definitely could not have eaten a raw steak by himself that big, that quick.
You don't know what I can do.
Rictavio, don't mind them. They're, like I said, they're not from here. And I turn around to you and I'm like, can you both just cool it? I told him to help me with you all. So let's just take it down a notch. If he ate a fucking raw steak, he ate a raw steak and he probably enjoyed it. Is he gonna pay for it later? Probably. But that's none of our concern. Rictavio, why did you eat the raw steak? Just kidding. I just said, don't question it. What, did you have one? Hold up.
While Ollie's doing that speech, I'm gonna just be like, I'm sorry, they're like really forward and I'm trying to teach them better social etiquette, but like they're new at this and like, I'm so sorry.
What happened to the steak?
I take it back to the cart. I put it in the box. I save it for my travels. I'm not staying in the Blue Water Inn forever. I need food on the way.
My eyes flick over to Zielle. Does she seem to like agree with that story?
Yeah, when you give her the look, she'll chime in. Yeah, I ran into him at storage. He was visiting his cart.
Thank you.
It's all right. He's telling the truth.
Rictavio, you're leaving?
Not yet.
No! You could get the feeling that Zielle's like, there's more, but like she's trying not to tell you right now.
I think maybe even in this moment, Tannis is going to recognize maybe sort of the foolishness of him standing out in the middle of the street. You know what? I'm sorry. I've had too much to drink. It's been a long night. I'm sorry. We got off on the wrong foot, and it seems that I just can't help but try and point a finger at you. I'm sorry. You have good stories, and I think maybe a part of me is jealous. I apologize. Sorry.
Listen, you caught me at a bad night. My stories are usually better than that. The kids, they're easy to entertain, okay? It's that simple.
To at least attempt to repair a bridge that I have done my best to burn, it seems. Tannis. My name is Tannis.
Rictavio. And I assume that we're going to be getting acquainted with one another the next couple days. Staying in the Blue Water Inn, and I'm taking you to a monkey tomorrow.
Where are you?
What?
Theren, you're gonna get to meet the monkey.
No.
His name is Piccolo.
No, it's okay.
Oh, Piccolo.
You're gonna like it. Alizzato, tell him it'll be fine.
Rictavio, if you leave, I swear.
I'm not leaving yet, don't worry.
Everything I have, I will burn it. Because there's no sense in doing anything without you and your stories.
Aww.
Alizzato, it's a valley that no one can leave. We're all aware of that.
Yeah, that's why it's so confusing when you say these things. Don't play with my emotions, fucking jerk.
It means I can only go so many places before I end up back at Vallaki. You can't love something until you've missed it.
Deep.
He kind of stops and looks at you. Touché.
Can I lean over to Theren? Did they drink more after I left?
Do I have to answer that?
No. I just thought you were keeping an eye on things.
I have been. Making sure that they don't cause too much trouble and watching out for you.
Right. And here you guys are.
And here we are.
Sorry, Zielle. I brought you back a glass, but you left, and so I drank it. That's on me.
Oh. What am I gonna drink?
I can get you... no, well, I don't mean me specifically. I don't specifically have to get you, but
let's
someone...
go back to the inn.
Walk and talk,
Yeah,
walk and talk.
we can walk and talk. Let's say, I feel like maybe we should not be on the streets in this mood with the crying and the, I don't know, all of it. Let's go back to the inn.
Alizato's trying to smile while crying. I just don't even know what to do with my face when I'm here.
You just have a lot of feelings. That's okay.
You can't just go off on your own.
What?
Because then you'll die.
I won't be alone. I'll have Piccolo.
Okay, Rictavio, first of all, you already fucked too much with my emotions for one day. I'm talking up to Zielle here.
I can't die.
Good.
Suni's protecting me, so.
Neither can I. Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, okay. And she just keeps like rubbing his back, like, let's go.
As you all meander and hobble your way back to the Blue Water Inn, it is getting late. The bags under your eyes are showing, eyelids are getting heavy, yawns here and there. Are you guys staying up for a little bit to drink and chat more? Are you residing for the night? What's the plan?
We have to go over our to-do list before we go to sleep. You can't go to sleep yet. We have so much to do.
I owe you... You need a glass of wine. You need at least one more, right?
If I get one more, are you going to get one more?
I'll probably get 3.
So I will not get one.
I'll get one and I won't... I'll just get one glass and it will be for you, all right? And I'll get myself a water. Is that better? Is that fine? Can I have water?
Yeah, make it 2 waters so Alizzato has one too.
I think we're past the point of needing anything. I think at this point, we're just going. You know, like, we're going in between planes at this point, man. We're just going.
You imagine traveling between planes? Have you traveled between planes before?
I have done many things in my life, but I do not remember traveling planes.
Can you imagine? What do you think it feels like?
You know, if it probably feels like... And I'm just gonna barf on the side of the bar.
Ew.
It's the first time in a while
Ew.
I think Tannis just like genuinely laughs. I bet that is exactly what it feels like, Alizzato.
Alizzato, from behind, you feel a hand on your shoulder. You're never drinking in my bar again. Do you understand me, Ali?
Danica, I'll clean it up. I don't even want to come here anyways. I don't like your wine. I only came because they wanted to drink here. But do have me again. It's me. Come on, Danica. I'm here forever. Come on.
So we were talking about the to-do list, right? And how important it was?
I guess if nothing else, this will be good for me to remember, so I guess we can say it aloud on the off chance that you guys actually understand what is going on. We have a lot to do here. We can find out a lot of information. There's a lot of people we can help, right? And if everything's awful here all the time, I think that's what we should do. So, number 1, the issue of St. Angel's unhallowed grounds and the missing bones. The church is not hallowed ground, and we need to find it.
I should handle that because I'm the chosen one.
We're all gonna handle it. Number 2, Blinsky's toys.
Is what's-his-face with us?
Rictavio.
Rictavio would have gone up to his room at this point.
I just wanted to make sure, because, in case we talk about him.
So Blinsky's will do tomorrow. Piccolo used to actually belong to Rictavio, but he couldn't keep him here at the inn, so he had to give him to Blinsky. So we're going to use that as an excuse to go talk to the man with the monkey, because the fortune teller told us that we needed to do that. he's supposed to help us. That's what Madame Ava said. And then, okay, next, there's somebody in this town who knows about reincarnation, which is of interest to this party for reasons.
Wait.
What?
So I'm cleaning up the throw up for Danica.
You're just on the ground.
And I just kind of like pick my head up from the table.
Pops up.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What do you know about reincarnation?
What do you know about reincarnation?
I asked you first.
So?
My hands have throw up.
I'm a lady.
I'm Tannis.
Fair point. I know a bit here and there, but your interest reincarnation comes from something Madame Ava said, or?
I guess I'm trying to gauge how much you are interested in knowing, because I unfortunately would be able to talk your ear off about it.
Really?
Laser focused. From across the table, Tannis's eyes are just locked.
Tannis and I were having a debate because I said that you go to the plane of whatever god you are closest to. So, for example, like I would go to join Sunni, but Tannis was like, no, I think you come back as something else. So we just need someone to tell us the truth, and if it's a Barovian thing, and like, you know, settle our debate.
But you're asking about it in the context of your time here, or the existential question that we all have?
I mean, both. We've heard it mentioned here in passing, and we were talking about it. Irina said that someone here knew about reincarnation, so clearly it's a thing. I never heard anyone talk about it in Avrosa.
Oh, it's complicated. It's reincarnation
In the grand scheme of things. Well, actually, wait. No. You had notes. You had a checklist that you were going down. Keep going down the checklist, and we can have a conversation. That's quite all right.
Okay, you're right. The case of the missing wine from the vineyard. That seems important to us specifically, but also maybe it could help people. That one's lower priority. Then I put meet Baron Vargas Valakovich, because we are traveling with someone of significance from another town, from Barovia, and perhaps he could answer some questions or shed some light on some things, like why they do the creepy smiling parade and like all that stuff. Find out about a dragon. We got that. Check. There is no dragon. He's not a dragon. He was lying.
What?
But but there's something in his wagon.
What?
I probably should have started with this. He fed the steak. If he fed it to something in the wagon, and
Fed it to a dog, maybe?
it didn't sound really like a dog. It would have been a really big dog, maybe, or really murderous dog.
My point stands.
No, it doesn't, Theren.
It could fit in a wagon. I mean, it was just one raw steak. It can't be that big, right? I'm crossing out find out about a dragon, and I'm adding find out about the monster in Rick Tavio's wagon. And then after that, this is probably another question for Alizzato, actually. There's another festival coming up in a few days, they told us. And I think we should be prepared for it, just in case we're still here, because we have a lot to do.
We won't.
So I think we should probably know in advance, if we need to smile, or if we need to, wear a certain color, or what's that about, Alizzato?
We're not going.
What if we have to?
We're not. I will stay here.
No, you won't.
Theren, as previously stated, and it cannot be emphasized any other way, just go to the fucking thing. Show your face and smile. It makes everyone happy, and it keeps eyes away from you. Everyone here plays by Vallaki rules. Vallaki rules are not good. Vallaki rules are not fair. Vallaki rules are not just. 4 days ago, local shoemaker, the shoemaker Udo, parading around when we had the theming one with the wolves. He went around telling everyone there should be the Baron that should be fed to the wolves. You know where the shoemaker is now?
Let me guess. Being fed to the wolves.
No. He's in his manor. Perhaps facing unseen horrors. You see, the Baron is a man of fear. Okay? The parades are not, and I kind of look around and then I kind of lower my voice slightly. Parades are not, for your entertainment. They are to keep higher beings at bay. So,
the Baron feels a need to keep everyone happy, because the Baron is afraid. So what happens when you take someone that is afraid of something and you push back against that fear? Rightfully so, he gets more afraid. But with power, that fear turns into something more deadly. And look, I don't really know you. I don't know any of you. I look over to Zielle and I go, you're quite wonderful. But at the end of the day, you all are not from here. You don't know how this land works. You don't know what's at stake. So to disrespect a parade in passing can be an entertaining gesture. But if you want to find yourself in a conversation with the Baron and all of the other individuals associated with him, then show up to the Festival of the Blazing Sun, smile, and then we'll go have a drink. We can do whatever else you want. But you are to go to the festival.
I'm going to turn to Theren as well at that point and just sort of look you very earnestly in the eye. Sometimes survival is more important than pride.
Yeah, I get it.
But I'll tell you this, Theren. That anger, that call to not follow, you keep that light aflame. Because I'm right there with you.
Oh, I don't think he could put that out if he tried.
So back to my question, the point of bringing this up, is there anything that makes the Festival of the Blazing Sun different from, say, the Joyful Jamboree, or is it all kind of the same? Do we need to do anything different? Is it, like, what is it to celebrate? There is no sun here, really, so it seems kind of odd.
I don't know. The Baron has a unique talent for creativeness amongst his sniveling fear. So, I don't know. Perhaps word around town, there's some wicker sun that they're trying to set ablaze, but, you know, there's always something. During the Wolf's Head, we had Wolf's Head paraded around. You probably saw them at the entrance. For this, we had, you know, the floats and the people and the exclaiming and the bullshit.
So, perhaps we should visit the Baron before the festival, because I would say it's quite a good omen that a sun elf, and she'll flip her hair, has arrived in the town right before the Festival of the Blazing Sun.
And maybe when we go talk to him, we can find out more about these fears that he has.
Good idea.
There's no asking. It's just he is afraid. He's a man that is afraid.
I think that maybe when we ask people questions or when we want to know something, we should hold that inside and not just ask them the question that we're thinking, because people might not always want to, you know, be forthright with it, especially if they're trying to hide it. It maybe they were hiding it for a reason, like they're self-conscious about it or they don't want people to know. So we can just be friendly and nice and pleasant, and then maybe they'll tell us on their own. We'll, you know, build a little trust.
Sure.
If I don't ask, they're not going to tell me. How do you get answers if you don't ask questions?
Look, this is all great. We don't really want to engage any further than what we know of the Baron. We don't want to keep prying and asking. The Baron is not a friendly, jovial person like myself. The Baron is quite calculated. If, for example, you happen to glance at the Baron with a bit of disdain in your eyes, some get thrown into the stocks. I've heard other individuals, flat out for not even attending the event that, of course, he puts on, are ejected from the city. And then it is up to you and your wandering soul to keep journeying on in these lands unknown. And then there's the element of torture, which I'm pretty sure is what the shoemaker is possibly facing right now.
Okay, so maybe we blindfold the boys and I'll do the talking. I'm quite good at getting people to open up, actually.
Why would he know I was looking at him?
Because we're going to talk to him. We're going to request an audience. We can bring Irina because she is a person of significance from a nearby town who they maybe already know of. And it'll be fine.
Why don't we send less people to talk to him so that our cards are not all out on the table? Isn't that what you just said? Am I...
That's also fine. That's fine too.
Right, so maybe me and Theren watch from a distance, yeah? Since apparently our faces give us away.
And then last on the list is we have to swing by the Bistros because Gilly and Lottie apparently are the best tailors around and they can make some really cool stuff. So I think we should just stop in there. That's it. That's all we have to do for now.
Zielle can talk to the Baron. Theren and Tannis, we stay behind, put on a smile, and
Oh, you could be my footman.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm not going to stand behind you and pretend I can't speak or whatever it is you expect a footman to do.
We could get suits at the tailor. We could get suits at the Bistros.
Theren, back me up here. I don't want to play footman. Do you want to play footman?
Theren said he's going to wear a suit.
Theren said eventually if he kills like the one person no one's ever heard of.
Theren promised. And we're going to. I'm just getting in advance.
No, there's no advance on that. You do it, then I wear the suit.
Thank you.
Well, that's not fair.
Me and Theren will find a place and we will scope the situation from a distance, okay? Listen, I have a skill set. I know that people like to pretend that I'm just a problem. I do have skills. They just mostly apply to not being in a face-to-face conversation and finding weaknesses from a distance. So I'll do that.
Tannis, I'm sorry to say, but I think she's right.
You be a footman then. Theren's your footman. Perfect. You've got a footman?
Tannis, listen.
What?
It keeps us together.
Who's going to have my back if you're too far away?
It allows us to get close to the Baron without suspicion, and we can watch over each other.
Footman. Fine.
If it gets us to the Baron, and it gets us answers, what else do we need? And you as well, point at Alizzato. You're coming too.
He could be a bird. He could be my bird.
there isn't a sun in these lands, Zielle. There is not. But your energy has come close.
Oh, I try.
I will be present, but I will not be showing my face to that fucking bastard. I will shapeshift myself into a raven, and I'll hang at your shoulder if that's okay.
Of course. I'd feel better if you guys were there.
Fine.
Listen, we're going to the toy store tomorrow and we're going to meet Piccolo. That's first. This is just something we have to do while we're here in the next few days before the festival. So, we don't have to get too set on it. We don't have to get too, grumpy face about having to wear a cute little suit or whatever. Let's just, tomorrow's monkey day, and we'll go from there.
And tonight is cart night. Are we going or no?
It's a good idea.
You know where it is. What if he moves it the next day?
Octavio is upstairs.
And why would he lie about something like that?
I mean, to protect it. What if he has a pet monkey, or maybe he just has another pet that's a little more scary. I'm not saying we shouldn't check it out, but maybe we should have all our wits with us when we do.
Look towards Alizzato.
I am interested.
I'm interested in how your wits are.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
Someone should stay here. Perhaps somebody who can send mental messages to people when they are a little distance away to pursue and give them a heads up if Rictavio, God, what a name, if Rictavio comes down. I know we're sticking together, but if we have to do this tonight, let's take every precaution we can. I can keep watch, I guess, here. I can tell you exactly. It was not hard to find. It's the only thing all walled off the way it was at the back of the southernmost portion of the stockyard.
What are you trying to suggest? The two of you stay and him and I go?
Well, Tannis is going to bed. I don't know what Alizzato wants to do. He could also stay here and drink, and you could go there, or Ali could go watch your back.
Wherever I am needed to make sure that either of you don't find yourself into too much trouble, I will gladly abide.
What makes you feel more comfortable, Theren? Would you rather go alone, or would you rather have someone on your back? He could turn into a bird, you know.
I'll look at Alizzato.
I do not have a preference.
Theren will just slap his hands on the table and stand up. Well, I'm out. Are you coming or no?
Ooh, he's got a bit of a nice little energy. And I get up and I bow to Tannis. And then I look at Zielle and I go, you watch out there.
I give him the little, my eyes to his eyes gesture.
Just give the nod, okay, and grab my sword, just like how I did before, throw it on my shoulder, and just start walking begrudgingly towards the door.
I'll salute you.
If I can, I would like to, I'd like to wild shape into a raven.
Your body shrinks and takes the form of the bird you've seen all too well throughout your time in Barovia. Similar to the one you saw in Strahd's rafters.
I'll perch myself in the distance to where Theren is going. So essentially, it's very much like Theren is just doing his own thing. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out.
I was wholeheartedly expecting you to perch at the tip of my sword on my shoulder.
I perch at the tip of his sword on his shoulder.
God damn it.
It's canon. It happened.
As the two of you head on out, you've made this route before when you were hunting down Zielle. And instead you walk down the streets, quite empty, now that it is what you can assume to be maybe 11 midnight. Not many people out, although guards are wandering in formation throughout the streets, ensuring everyone is safe and asleep. But you have other business to attend to. You are headed back to the Arasek stockyard. Zielle made it pretty obvious where to go. When you arrive at the open entrance, she said southernmost portion of the stockyard, and though it is hidden, if you're looking, you can see the spokes of the cart peeking out from behind the bushes and the makeshift barrier.
We can't see anything within the barrier, right?
Not from where you are. If you're getting up close, you would be able to do a 360 around it and inspect it a little more.
Yeah, absolutely. Just walking up to it.
Parked at the south end of the stockyard is this sturdy wagon, as colorful paint peeled off of it with bits of spattered blood along the wood. You see faded lettering on its sides, however, spells out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders.
I'm screaming.
And for today, that's a wrap.
No, I'm literally realizing there's notes. I have a man in a carnival wagon who is not who he says. That's what Madame Ava told us. And I was realizing as you guys saw the colorful wagon. You didn't say it was colorful, did you?
You didn't get close enough to see.
Oh.
That's why I was asking you where you were.
He's not the dragon, he's the carnival man.
Thank you all so much for listening. Always getting fun in Vallaki. We have so many things to do, so many people to see, so many critters to inspect. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Good luck and goodbye, everybody.
Good.
Miss you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.